Have you ever woken up feeling like your body just doesn't move the way it used to? Maybe your knees complain a little more when you get out of bed, or your back isn't quite as forgiving after a short walk around the block. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Getting older doesn't mean giving up movement, it means being smarter about it. Now, here's the truth that might surprise you: staying active after 65 doesn't have to hurt. You don't need to push through pain or stick to routines that no longer feel good. In fact, with the right moves, gentle, proven, and tailored to aging bodies, you can stay strong, mobile, and yes, even pain-free. This video is all about helping you do exactly that. Today, we're diving into 5 simple but powerful types of movement that can help you feel better, move more freely, and regain confidence in your body, no matter your age or current fitness level. These aren't extreme workouts or routines made for 20-somethings in the gym. These are real, approachable moves that work with your body, not against it. And by the time we're done, you might just feel inspired to start a brand new chapter in your health journey. Let's begin with one of the most underestimated forms of exercise: water-based movement. If you've never stepped into a pool for anything other than a casual swim, let me tell you, you're missing out on one of the gentlest, most effective ways to move your entire body. There's a kind of magic that happens when you enter the water. Suddenly, the heaviness in your joints disappears. Your body feels supported, light, almost free. The beauty of water exercise is that it takes the weight off your joints, literally. Whether you're swimming, doing simple aerobics, or just walking back and forth in the shallow end, your knees and hips get a much-needed break from the impact of solid ground. For those of us who've felt the sting of arthritis or the ache after a long day on our feet, water provides a safe haven where movement becomes possible again. But it's not just about comfort. Water resistance is sneaky, in a good way. Even small motions in the pool activate muscles all over your body. You might not even realize how much you're working until you step out and feel that satisfied fatigue, the kind that tells you something good just happened. Water helps you build strength and endurance without pounding your joints, and over time, that can mean better posture, steadier balance, and even fewer falls. I remember talking to a woman named June, 76 years old, and once convinced that her walking days were numbered. She had been battling hip pain and was afraid to fall. One day, her daughter brought her to a local aquatic center. Hesitant at first, June started just walking back and forth in chest-deep water. That was it. Within weeks, her confidence grew. Her pain started easing. 6 months later, she was doing full water aerobics classes with a big smile on her face. No pills, no surgeries, just movement that worked with her, not against her. If you've never tried water-based exercise, consider giving it a shot. Most community centers or senior gyms offer classes specifically designed for older adults. And if you have access to a backyard or neighborhood pool, even 20 minutes of light movement can do wonders. No one's asking you to swim laps or win a medal, just to move, float, stretch, and feel free again. Now, let's talk about something that sounds intimidating but absolutely shouldn't be: strength training. I know, the term might conjure images of heavy weights and grunting gym goers, but that's not what we're talking about here. Strength training after 65 is about keeping your muscles awake, your bones strong, and your body ready for real-life movements, like standing from a chair, climbing stairs, or carrying groceries. You see, after about age 50, our muscles naturally start to shrink unless we actively work to keep them strong. It's not something you did wrong, it's just part of aging, but it's also something you can reverse, or at least slow down dramatically. And the best part, you don't need a gym membership, a personal trainer, or even a dumbbell. You can start with your own body weight, a resistance band, or a couple of soup cans from your pantry. Gentle exercises like squats, even if it's just standing up from a chair slowly, wall push-ups, or seated leg lifts can start to rebuild what time has taken. It doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen. Muscle comes back, strength returns, and with it, a wonderful thing happens. Your independence stays intact. Think of Marjorie. She's 82, lived on her own for years, but started to feel nervous getting in and out of the tub. Her grandson taught her a few chair-based strength moves, and she committed to doing them every morning for 10 minutes. Within a few weeks, she wasn't just getting in and out of the tub with ease, She was carrying her own laundry basket again, proudly. That's the power of just a few minutes of strength training. It's not about vanity or muscle tone. It's about freedom. And let me be clear, strength training is also one of the best things you can do for your bones. It helps fight off osteoporosis, reduces the risk of fractures, and improves your posture. All of that means fewer trips and stumbles and more peace of mind as you go about your day. So if you've been relying on walking alone and wondering why your strength doesn't feel like it used to, this might be the missing piece. No pressure, no rush. Just start where you are. 2 or 3 short sessions a week using gentle resistance can set you on a path toward feeling stronger, steadier, and more secure in your body. Feeling a bit more hopeful already? Good, because we're just getting started. Now that we've covered how water-based exercise and strength training can breathe new life into your daily movements, let's turn our attention to something that's just as powerful, but works in a quieter, more mindful way. I'm talking about Tai Chi and Qigong. If you've never heard of them, or if you've seen people in parks moving slowly and wondered what they were doing, stick with me, because these gentle practices can completely change how your body feels and how your mind works. Tai Chi and Qigong come from ancient traditions, but their benefits couldn't be more modern, especially for older adults. They involve slow, flowing movements that are easy on the joints, but surprisingly effective for building strength, improving coordination, and enhancing balance. You don't need any equipment, you don't need to be flexible, and you don't need to keep up with anyone else. And that's the beauty of it. It meets you exactly where you are. Let's talk about balance for a moment. As we age, many of us begin to notice that our footing just isn't as sure as it used to be. Maybe you find yourself holding onto furniture when walking around the house, or you feel nervous on uneven sidewalks. That fear of falling, it's real, and it can keep you from doing things you enjoy. Tai Chi helps you get that confidence back. The movements are designed to wake up the stabilizing muscles around your hips, ankles, and core, the ones that keep you steady and upright. It's like giving your balance system a tune-up without the pressure of fast or intense activity. Each movement teaches your body how to shift weight smoothly, adjust to small changes in position, and stay centered. That means fewer stumbles and more peace of mind. I once met a gentleman named Harold, 78 years old, former mechanic, proud grandfather, and self-proclaimed skeptic. He thought Tai Chi looked too slow to do any good. But after one minor fall at home shook his confidence, his doctor recommended it. Harold gave it a shot. He joined a beginner class at the local rec center twice a week. After a month, he admitted something surprising. "I feel lighter on my feet," he told me, "and more focused in my head." That's another powerful thing about Tai Chi. It doesn't just strengthen your body, it clears your mind. The mental benefits are just as remarkable. Tai Chi and Qigong are moving meditations. They bring your attention to your breath, your posture, and the way you move. That focus helps reduce anxiety, ease tension, and even improve sleep. I've seen so many older adults come out of a session with a softer face and a calmer presence, like they just returned from a peaceful vacation. If you're dealing with stiffness, brain fog, or just want to feel more in control of your body, consider giving it a try. You don't even need to leave your home. There are wonderful videos online, many of them geared specifically towards seniors. Just 5 or 10 minutes a day can make a difference, especially when done consistently. It's not about mastering every move, it's about reconnecting with how your body feels and moves, gently, intentionally, and joyfully. Let's shift gears now to something a bit more traditional, but with a modern twist: cycling. But before you imagine hopping on a racing bike and zooming down the road, hear me out. For older adults, stationary or recumbent biking is one of the safest and most joint-friendly ways to get your heart pumping and your legs moving. Unlike walking on hard surfaces, which can be tough on your knees and lower back, cycling gives you a smooth, controlled motion with minimal impact. Your weight is supported by the seat, so your joints get a break while your muscles get to work. It's a wonderful option if you've been feeling discomfort from walking, or if you're looking for something you can do regardless of the weather. What I love about cycling, especially on a stationary or recumbent bike, is how adjustable it is. You can start slow, at low resistance and gradually work your way up. Whether you're recovering from an injury, easing back into movement, or trying to improve your stamina, it adapts to your needs. And you don't need to commit to long sessions. Even 10 minutes a day can start to strengthen your heart, lungs, and legs in a way that feels good, not exhausting. I spoke with Barbara, a vibrant 70-year-old who used to enjoy walking every morning until her knees began acting up. She missed the movement, the routine, and the way it made her feel. After chatting with her doctor, she invested in a simple stationary bike. At first, she pedaled slowly while watching her favorite TV shows. Then, as her strength improved, she increased the resistance just a notch. Within weeks, her pain had reduced, her mood improved, and she had that daily sense of accomplishment back. Cycling isn't just great for your muscles and joints, it also lifts your spirits. It gets your blood flowing, releases feel-good endorphins, and creates a rhythm that soothes the mind. Whether you're listening to music, watching a show, or just enjoying the quiet, it becomes a moment in your day that's all yours. And for those of you worried about balance, recumbent bikes are a fantastic option. They provide back support, are easy to get on and off, and still offer a solid workout. Many senior centers and gyms have them, but you can also find compact models for home use. So if you've been missing movement but struggling with walking, give cycling a chance. It's quiet, gentle, and effective, the perfect trio for long-term health. You're not training for a race. You're training for life, for the stairs in your home, the grandchildren you want to lift, and the freedom to go where you please without pain. With 3 powerful moves already in your toolkit, water-based workouts, strength training, and mindful movement like Tai Chi, you're well on your way to a stronger, more pain-free version of yourself. But we're not done yet. Let's keep going because this next move is one of the simplest and yet one of the most transformative things you can do to stay pain-free, flexible, and strong after 65. It's not intense, it doesn't require any fancy gear, and you can do it from the comfort of your favorite chair. I'm talking about chair yoga and gentle stretching, a quiet form of movement that often gets overlooked, but absolutely shouldn't be. You see, flexibility isn't just for gymnasts or dancers. It's essential for all of us, especially as we age. When our muscles tighten and our joints stiffen, it becomes harder to do everyday things. Reaching for something on a shelf, bending to tie a shoe, turning your head to back out of a driveway. Those small, everyday movements start to feel big, and that's when discomfort creeps in. Chair yoga and stretching help reverse that process. Slowly, kindly, consistently. These movements aren't about touching your toes or pushing your body into difficult poses. Instead, they're about giving your body what it's craving, gentle movement that keeps you open, mobile, and pain-free. And let me tell you, this isn't just about the body. Stretching has a calming effect on the nervous system. It slows your breathing, clears your mind, and lowers tension that builds up over time. If you've ever felt stiff and foggy in the morning, just a few minutes of stretching can feel like flipping on a light switch. I remember Charles, a quiet man in his mid-70s who had always worked a desk job. Years of sitting left his back stiff and his posture slouched. He didn't think of himself as someone who exercises. But when he discovered a few simple chair yoga routines online, things began to shift. He started each morning with 10 minutes of gentle stretches, shoulder rolls, neck turns, slow twists from side to side. Within a few weeks, not only was he sitting taller, he said his whole body felt lighter, like he was carrying less tension everywhere he went. That's the power of this practice. And you don't need to be flexible to start. In fact, if you're feeling tight, that's the perfect reason to begin. You're not trying to perform. You're simply waking up your muscles and giving them a chance to loosen and lengthen. Over time, those simple motions can improve your posture, reduce stiffness, and make movements like bending, turning, and walking far easier and safer. Stretching also helps prevent falls, something most people don't realize. When your muscles are tight, your stride can shorten and your reaction time slows. But when your joints move freely and your posture is upright, you're more stable on your feet. And let's not forget how it feels emotionally. Standing tall affects your confidence, your mood, even how people interact with you. Now, you might be wondering, but is it really enough? And the answer is, Yes, when done consistently, chair yoga and stretching can be one of the best things you do for your long term health. It's gentle enough for anyone to start and powerful enough to create real results. Even better, you can do it anywhere while watching TV, while waiting for the kettle to boil. You can stretch your arms overhead, roll your ankles, gently twist your spine, all while sitting safely in a sturdy chair. And if you prefer a little guidance, there are hundreds of beginner friendly chair yoga videos online designed specifically for older adults. You don't have to get down on the floor. You don't even have to stand up. You just have to start. Now that we've explored all 5 moves, water-based exercise, strength training, Tai Chi or Qigong, cycling, and chair yoga, I want you to pause for a moment and ask yourself, which of these sounds like something your body might love? Maybe you've already tried one or two, or maybe all of this feels brand new. Either way, it's okay. The goal isn't to do everything at once or become a fitness expert overnight. The goal is to choose one thing that feels doable and build from there. You don't need a gym, you don't need to sweat buckets or push through pain. What you do need is consistency, a willingness to care for your body day by day, and a belief, however small, that you can feel better than you do right now. Because you can. Movement is medicine. It keeps your bones strong, your muscles awake, your heart pumping, and your mind sharp. And more importantly, it keeps you, independent, capable, energized. So whether it's 10 minutes of stretching in your chair, a short walk through the shallow end of a pool, or lifting a soup can while watching your favorite show, every movement counts. Every move says, I'm still here, I'm still moving, I still matter. If this video gave you even one idea, one spark of hope, one gentle nudge, I'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment below and share what you learned or what you plan to try first. Maybe you'll inspire someone else reading too. And if you haven't already, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss out on future content designed just for you. We're building a space where age is not a limitation, but a celebration, where your body and mind are still worth investing in every single day. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Wherever you are in your journey, starting, restarting, or simply continuing, I'm proud of you. Keep going, keep moving. And remember, you deserve to feel strong, pain-free, and alive, not in spite of your age, but because of it. Here's to living your best life at any age. I'll see you in the next video.